In today's video, I'll be doing something a bit different than the usual sealed product videos. I just got back from a trip a couple hours down the interstate, and I bought a player's collection mostly, although there are quite a few complete sets included. So in this first video, I'll be basically just going through what came with the collection overall, and then in some subsequent videos, I'll go into detail of each of the binders and the boxes, and we'll see what we find. I did a brief look over just to see condition of some of the more in-demand cards, but there's a lot of stuff in here I haven't seen yet, so we'll be seeing it for the first time together. So this is the sort of the box of extras that I'm going to start with. And first box feels empty. It is empty. So we got second anthology box there. And this one, that one doesn't feel empty. Okay, so we got some empty deck boxes and sleeves in this one. And this one's pretty heavy, so. Alright, and there we got all sorts of stuff. Looks like Tatooine cards. And some stuff in sleeves. Oh, those are just dividers. So this is probably commons and uncommons. Oh, there's some Death Star 2 stuff. So maybe this is sets. I'll take a closer look at that later. And we'll see why all these pages were here in a minute, because there is pages, dividers, a lot of Ultra Pro sheets. Okay, and here's what look like boxes. So sealed boxes. Get that out of the way here. Okay, so some sealed deck stuff. Oh, this is Star Trek. I was wondering what I was looking at. So it's this same company that makes it, Star Trek and Star Wars Decipher does. So that's why that didn't look familiar. Another Star Trek one. So maybe that's what I'll put. They have those covers online that you can print off. Star Trek box might be a good choice for those. But is this one Star Wars? Nope, this one's also Star Trek. I thought that might have been a Luke. Got some cases and sleeves, some pretty cool Palpatine sleeves. And what else? Rule books. Starter deck boxes. This is probably Premier. Yep, limited edition it says. Whoops. And this feels kind of hefty. Okay, so more sleeves. So this is all the supplies for building decks. Some pretty cool sleeves. Okay, nice. And these Stormtrooper ones are pretty neat. Alright, so we'll move that off to the side. So a lot of good stuff to sleeve up decks with. I also had two big 3200 count boxes come in with this. So this looks like the light side box, and this is the bulk cards it looks like. So we got our Blackboard Premier. These are nice. These feel nice and smooth, so they're in pretty good shape. So I'll probably be making some common and uncommon sets for these sets. And yeah, they're not 100% organized, but hey, it's nice to see 5 or 6 of the same card in a row. That really helps with sorting things out later. Got another box. Guessing this is probably the dark side. Ooh, the dark side bulk. And okay, maybe not. So these are probably virtual slips. Yeah, there we go. So set 2. Can't remember quite when that came out, but probably 2015, 2016 or so. So we got all these slips for the game. Droidica, nice. And okay, so these look like they're almost by. So that's Dagobah cards, more Dagobah cards. Hoth. Okay, so these are organized by set, and that's light set. So maybe that other box was. The other box was, what do you call it? A mixture of light and dark. So these are in sleeves, so let's take a look at what these might be. Alright. So, probably what would have been staples back in the day. But X-Wings, Y-Wings, Dodonna. Maybe this was a deck at one point, some kind of Swarm Starfighter deck, who knows. And over here, okay, so these are some of the virtual cards. Already in sleeves with the proper backing and all that, I'm sure. So that'll be nice, making decks easier. A lot of the Episode 7 cards. So those are not bad stuff in there. And yeah, this guy, he was playing up till the most recent set to come out, set 12, so he's got a lot of the updated sleeves, so lots of stuff for me to add to decks. And I'll probably just leave this off for now. So next up are the binders with the sets. Let's go with these boxes. Forgot about these boxes. So this, I think he said these were decks, maybe with some nice cards in there as well. It's like a foil Ozzel, for example. Not a bad card. I'll probably go over that in detail in a separate video. And sleeves. I think these are called jam pads. Those are nice for shipping cards with. In here, keep opening these upside down. Okay, so Imperial Officers. Okay, so this looks like commons and uncommons too. Hoth in here. Cloud City in here. So, pretty sorted commons and uncommons. That always makes things easier. And here, I think I've already looked through a little bit of these. These are also decks, so I'll take a look at these in more detail in a separate video. Then that's not even the binders yet. So this one is going to be Dark Side Starships plus weapons, it looks like. Interrupts. Effects. So I think the characters are in a separate one. But yeah, lots of good stuff in here. And I'll probably go through each one in more detail. So we'll get this off to the side. Another binder. This is the characters one. So in here we got foils at first. And I think that branches out. Oh, there's a lot of foils. Okay, so this is going to be the characters. And then I think it goes into light side after that. So creatures. Oops, gotta be careful. Oh wow, that's a good page. Take a look at that. So, yeah, I'll definitely go over this one in more detail soon. And then here we have light side starships, so probably similar to the dark side one. Everything but the characters. So I think that last binder was all characters. Alright, probably some pretty good stuff in here. Episode 1 as well. Nice. Then the last thing would be the sets. So starting out, this one is Premier, and it probably goes all the way up to Dagobah. So that's Premier through Cloud City. Meaning this one would be next. This is Jabba's Palace. Okay, so the sealed deck. I kind of like how he did this, where I kind of did main sets and then the extra sets, but he just went chronological order, so that's pretty cool. He's got these little inserts here. Special edition. I'm sure there's a Vader on the next page. There he is. Nice. Up next, would it be Endor? If we're going in set order, it would be... okay, so the enhanced. Wonder how many of these there'll be. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, I didn't know the release dates, but he's got them right here. So that'd be pretty cool to look through. All right. Up next, we have Reflections. Kind of guessed that and flipped through here before too, but when you got this card on the front that was in the Reflections boxes, it's a pretty good idea. So some cool foils. Death Star 2's next. And he did say that he took out some of the cards to put in decks, so that's why the Emperor won't be in the binder. Jabba's Palace. sealed deck. Tatooine. Cool. And then the next one is the last two sets. So it's got Reflections 3, and this is some good stuff like Boba Fett. Remember seeing him. Then we have Theed. He said he didn't have many AIs, but otherwise it's a complete set. Alright, so I'll be going through all this in more detail in subsequent videos, probably break it up into several, 3 or 4, maybe more. In any case, thanks for watching this preview video, and I hope you look for the next few ones coming up in the next few days.